My love of jewelry. I've had a great passion for jewelry design since I was a very little girl. My parents are both clothing designers, and they own a fashion company in China. When I was young, my mother liked to bring me to her company and showing me lots of different designing materials. She took me into a small room where there's lots of different colorful textiles and mounts of metal pearls. I like to touch the finished clothes on the mannequins and feel the fabric. My parents' company held a fashion show every season. Once in a show, I was mesmerized by a model's golden necklace. In the light, it looked like a splendid aurora, which perfectly offset the muted color of her top and softened the overall curve of her body. Her well-fitting suit would lose their glamour without the necklace. At that moment, I just realized how amazing a jewelry was. I became fascinated by everything about jewelry and started to make preparations for becoming a designer. I spent hours in the museum learning about its history. I took notes about famous designers. I bought fashion magazines and watched videos on the internet about art designs. I always took a sketchbook with me, which I called my inspiration book. As my inspiration book was gradually filled up, I decided to take my ideas and make them into real designs. I felt extremely excited every time I saw my ideas come to life on paper. I believed they would be useful someday in the future. My decision to apply to art colleges in America somewhat upset my parents. They wanted me to become a lawyer or a doctor rather than a designer. However, they still encouraged me to pursue my dream. I still remember my mother saying to me, "We're always there supporting you, no matter what you select." Her words moved me deeply and gave me the courage to continue with my design. This summer, I started preparing for my portfolio for college application. I spent 16 hours a day in a design studio and focusing on my design. I cut out patterns from magazines and did many test pieces. I experimented with lots of different colors of clay, cotton, pearls, and foil. Here are some sketches and collages of my work. Also, here are some examples of my creations. I return home every day with clay and paint on my hair, on my ear, on my nose, everywhere. I fell into bed and all my dreams were filled with jewelry. I dreamed that I became a famous artist and had my own collection. I was obsessed with it. The first semester at Oakridge, I took a 2D design class. In Miss Allen's class, she acquainted us with many well-known artists. One of my favorite artists is Gustav Klimt, who is best known for his work, Woman in Gold. The common themes in his work are women, gold, and geometric shapes. Also, I especially like that piece called The Virgin. I love the geometric shape and the golden part in his work. I also add them into my design. I choose clay as my primary material because I want to recreate in my piece Klimt's circular design and a selection of colors. I did hundreds of test pieces and using different pairs of color, and I picked out 7 of them. Then I added pearls and foils onto my design, which attribute Klimt's mastery use of geometric shape and golden ornaments. Modeling my own work was exhilarating. As I put on my jewelry in front of the mirror, I could imagine models walking down the runway wearing my own designs. One day, I hope you could come into my jewelry store and buy something I just created for you. Thank you.